cold-blooded killing machine turned into a total badass. The journey of Bucky Burns in the MCU is nothing short of astonishing. First, he used to save Steve Rogers from bullies. Then, he bullied Steve Rogers. Then after that, he joined hands together in marriage. Sorry, they bullied Team Iron Man. We often think of Bucky as the ruthless murderer without any conscience, but as the Falcon and the Winter Soldier has shown us, the dude does have a lot to offer, like magically sniffing out Dora milaje whenever they're close. Jokes aside, Winter Soldier's been the reason behind a lot of iconic events in the MCU, and according to your response in the first volume, you sure love to see more of Bucky Burns. So here we go, the top 10 best Winter Soldier scenes in the MCU, Volume 2.
Get out of my face, Sam, or I'll break it.
We've seen the Winter Soldier with guns, bombs, shields and whatnot. We know he's a top-notch assassin, he was Hydra's main guy after all. But we keep forgetting Super Soldier Serum also makes him fast, like real fast. When the Flag Smashers run away with trucks, Sam and Bucky come in hot. Sam has wings so he covers a lot of ground, but it's the Winter Soldier's speed that surprises me. Dude runs like hell and catches the speeding trucks in seconds, but then he also gets his ass kicked by Carly. It was amazing to see how fast Super Soldier Serum makes a person though. With his speed, Bucky could sweep the floor with Usain Bolt and drown himself in money, and instead he decides to catch some refugee kids.
Could've used that shield.
Get off of me!
He wanted to know about Siberia.
Why would he need to know that?
Because I'm not the only Winter Soldier.
Next up we have Bucky versus the Winter Soldiers. My man Bucky's been through a lot. When Hydra caught him and experimented on him for years, he really survived hell on earth. In Civil War, Bucky looks back at his dark past and it just goes on to show what a badass fighter he is. During the early days of training, when Bucky was busy getting his ass whooped by others, a rebellion in the prison opened up a new opportunity for him. As I've already said, Bucky was Hydra's top assassin and he started his killing spree with his fellow inmates. It's not easy to take on Winter Soldiers, but Bucky does. The Cold Killer rampages through a team of super soldiers like a knife goes through butter. But goddamn, Bucky's super soldier days reminded me of Logan's painful days. And to survive all of that, respect, bro.
Everything Hydra put inside me is still there. All you had to do was say the goddamn words.
Okay, Bucky's not the cleanest Avenger out there, but you got a feel for him, right? Dude did awful things and not one of them was intentional. As he gets over the weird charm of Winter Soldier, Bucky the Human is left with all the heartbreaking memories and nightmares. The flashbacks prove yet again that Bucky as the Winter Soldier was truly the OG assassin. Knives? Check. Guns? Check. Turning sideways to give a death stare? Check. He's so ruthless and hell-bent on finishing the mission that he does some shitty things along the way, like kill totally innocent people. And boy, does he pay a heavy price for that later. The more you think of him, the more tragic he becomes, just like Wolverine. But the fact is this, give me an R-rated movie of Bucky on missions during his Winter Soldier years and I'ma be just fine.
You're free.
To do what?
The Madripoor showdown comes in next. Bucky, being the Winter Soldier, has two outcomes. A trauma so deep that might sink the Titanic, and friggin' cool fights. Before he was freed from the codes, Bucky was a Terminator on the roads. Dude was ruthless AF, and Madripoor was his happy hunting ground. So when Bucky comes back to the place, he demands mad respect, the myth, the legend, the Winter Soldier. Since Zemo, Sam and Bucky are trying to get to the power broker, they need to talk to the Madripoor people in the language that they understand best. The fear of the Winter Soldier. So Zemo orchestrates a little theater at the bar and the Winter Soldier goes wild. The way Bucky falls back to his early instincts and beats the living crap out of the goons is so badass. This scene will remind you of the Bucky from Captain America 2 when he was at his best combat. It was amazing to see Bucky turn back the clock and remind everyone who the Winter Soldier is. And the best part, he was in control of himself the whole time.
Sharon, we need your help. Please.
I have to tell you something about your son.
Such a powerful scene this was. Bucky's ruthless past finally catches up to him in the most heartbreaking way. It's not just the deaths he carries with him, it's the pain that he caused to the families. And when he sees the pain in the faces of those families, he realizes what he did. After mindlessly killing harmless people, he comes across the consequences. The bereaved father, the lonely old man who doesn't know what happened to his only son, is one of the many people whose lives have turned upside down because of Bucky. This was a nice redemption arc, a journey if you want to call it, for Bucky to face the people he caused so much pain to and own up to his mistakes. It's not about just helping them and ticking them off like a to-do list, it's about having the courage to face those people and give them the closure they deserve. Good for you, man.
He was murdered
What?
by the Winter Soldier.
Ain't nothing like a grand entrance to meet your long-lost bro now, is it? Bucky and Steve meet after half a century, and how does Bucky go about it? Making nice little bullet holes in Nick Fury. But this ain't about Bucky's audition for American Sniper, it's about his running speed against Captain America. So Steve, being Steve, jumps straight out of the window for a superhero landing and goes straight for the shooter. He throws his shield at mighty speed, and that would normally do the job, right? It's a vibranium shield thrown by a super soldier. So yeah, the other guy should be down on the floor by now. But it is Bucky after all. He stops the flying saucer like it's literally just a saucer and throws it back to Steve. And Steve actually had to take a few steps back to catch it. That's the power of the Winter Soldier, embarrassing Steve Rogers at his own game. By the way, that death stare? Oh, we knew it was love at first sight. Okay, so it's the veteran versus the rookie. And guess who kicks ass? It's the veteran Winter Soldier. Guy has seen World War II and Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, and you think he can't handle yesterday's kids? The fight isn't as straightforward though. All the flag smashers are super-powered soldiers, so they are solid with gas. But it's Bucky who shows the OG moves and neutralizes them. Oh, and he found some time to save some people from the truck as well. This fight shows that Bucky is in full control of his powers. He wants to disarm them, not kill them. Even after a bit of weakened attack skills, his defense is solid as usual. The guy used to play with the vibranium shield for fun, and that instinct, he's super fast. It's no wonder Hydra trusted him for all of those sensitive missions. Up next we have Bucky versus Zemo. This one scene shows how much Bucky's grown and how much he started trusting the process. Earlier, he was just a brainwashed soldier programmed to kill, then he became a slave of his own guilt, and now he's finally free of anyone's influence. He's his own person, capable of making his own decisions. Bucky has every right to kill Zemo. He manipulated him to murder people after all. Zemo came to his motherland to die, and he wanted to die by the hand of Bucky. But the Winter Soldier pulled off one more trick. He chooses to be a bigger person and hands him over to the people who have a score to settle with Zemo, the Wakandans. Ever since Zemo killed their king, Wakandans have been hot on his tail. And now the destiny is fulfilled. The Wakandans get their revenge, and the Winter Soldier walks away like a man in charge of his destiny. Now that's some poetic shit.
I hold no grudges for what you thought you had to do.
He killed Lamar!
He didn't kill Lamar, John. Don't go down that road. Believe me, it doesn't end well.
The awesome threesome comes in next. Another instance where the Winter Soldier shows how to stand up for something. So John Walker's far from being ready to be the next Cap. He idolizes Steve, has a great record, but no one gives the Captain America mantle to the class topper. He has to earn it. So when Lamar dies, he feels the weight of being the captain. He loses his dearest friend and his ally in a fight. John lets loose, kills people, and most importantly, tarnishes the legacy of Captain America. Bucky's rage is justified when he sees Steve's legacy being dragged to the ground and ups the ante for an epic fight. Bucky and Sam team up to beat the shit out of a Captain America that you'd get at a Black Friday sale and proceed to break his arm. Yeah, there's still some of that raw Winter Soldier inside him. The whole fight's pretty rad, to be honest. John with Super Soldier Serum is a formidable opponent, and the way Bucky holds himself back but still manages to fight till the end is awesome. Okay, so now it's the big one. I was just building up all the good things about Bucky because this one just tops everything else. Winter Soldier has killed a lot of people, but none was more impactful than this, killing Howard and Maria Stark, the parents of Tony Stark. In a way, this whole thing was the crux of Civil War. I mean, you can't blame Tony for it, right? Imagine seeing his parents being horribly murdered by someone who's just vibing around him and Steve Rogers, his closest person in the Avengers, withholding the information from him for years. Behind all that swagger and arrogance was a broken man, and this little closure would have helped Tony. But again, you can't blame Bucky, right? He was brainwashed and wasn't himself. You know who we should blame? The puny Cap for not disclosing the information at a better time, and Zemo the snitch. Anyway, it's about the most shocking scene of Civil War, and yeah, I know Spider-Man was in that movie too. Bucky ruthlessly kills the Stark Seniors, which leads to a fight that lasted till the endgame.
Do you even remember them? I remember all of them.
Bucky Burns, aka the Winter Soldier, has seen such epic character development. He started off as the hated villain, and after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he is one of my favorite guys. He really came out of that hellhole and became a sane, stable human being, but his journey was eventful to say the least. He did a lot of shady stuff, practically carried story plots on his metal arms, and still ended up being a wholesome guy. So, what's your favorite Winter Soldier scene? Drop a line in the comment section below and tell us if you want to see more of Bucky Barnes choking people to death. Hey, there's no kink shaming here. Also, click the card on your top right to check my Marvel movie playlist. You know the drill. Like the video, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the TV Regent.